Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, we've been tasked by Argilus, the leader of House Despana, to go and get one of 3 items for an unknown reason that definitely isn't related to those silver dragon eggs that we're looking for. It's most likely related to those silver dragon eggs we're looking for. The 3 items are as follows. Blood from a Kuatoan prince, which we already have and have left on the floor. The Eye of an Elder Orb, which we already have and have left on the floor. And finally, part of an Elder Brain, that will be hidden deep within an Illithid stronghold. This part of the game is the bit that forces you to go to at least one of the side dungeons that leads off from the main cavern area. And while we've already cleared out 2 of them and could immediately go to the next part of this quest chain, why not go and clear out the 3rd one as well, just to see if there's special dialogue for offering all 3 items to Argilus. I imagine if there is, she'd probably be quite annoyed that we wasted time getting 2 other things when only one of them would have been sufficient. But either way, we're not going to be doing that right now, as there are other things that we can do first. Like check out that tower that's meant to contain a Lich. Remember that rope that we spent 1,000 gold on? It's time to see if that will get past the wards that protect this tower. And if it doesn't, it's not like we can go and get our money back. The merchant that we bought it from is no longer here. We won't miss the gold too terribly if it doesn't work. We still have 68,171 after all. And while I doubt we're going to still need the Rebel's Orb, let's put that in the bag of holding and just keep it around. We'll have it as a souvenir at the end of our adventures. It can litter one of the many shelves that has random things from various quests that I've kept for way too long.
Yes.
I'm curious, how did it feel to watch the light fade in your brother's eyes as the killing stroke found purchase? I speak of your battle with Servok, back in Baldur's Gate. You were there, Edwin. Surely you should know. I wasn't exactly looking into your eyes while I was fighting for my life. It was a necessary means to an end, Edwin. Slaughtering kindred will ensure dominance of the bloodline. Any siblings serve only as opposition and rivals, and must be disposed of post-haste. There is no place for friendship or compassion in the theatre of gods, Terri Coleman, as I am sure you are beginning to learn, if not understand. That was an odd time for that conversation, Edwin, but I had a feeling it was going to appear at some point. Now this is the time that I'd normally do some buffing to get ready to fight a Lich. But that's not going to happen. Does that mean that there's a special reason why I'm not buffing up the party? Let's go in and find out. The rope seems to nullify the wards. You may enter if you wish. Bah, more fleshlings to disturb me. What is... Ah, you have the twisted cord in your possession, eh? Well, it shall do you no good, fool. Combat! Or rather, cutscene! Well, that's not good.
The best surfacer is a dead surfacer.
Ah, it worked. I wasn't sure it would. These things have a way of never working out exactly as you plan. Thinking on the fly is an occupational hazard. You must be Jarlax then. How rare to meet one so infamous. The one and the same. Charmed, I'm sure, pretty lady. Jarlax? Then Visage lied. The rope didn't work. Lied? Now that is rather harsh language. Visage? Visage, are you about?
The path to supremacy for a male lies either in the bedchamber or the books of the majors.
I'm here, Commander, at your service. Yes, I see that. Allow me to introduce my lieutenant, Visage. Visage, I am sure you are already familiar with Veldrin, yes? Tell me, did you lie to her? I did not, Commander. I didn't think so. Visage said the rope would protect you from Direx's imprisonment spell, and it did. You are here, not in some minuscule hellish subplane. This is a pocket plane, headquarters of the Brigand Arth, my mercenary band. I hoped the rope would bring you here, and I see what it has. Welcome, Veldrin. Why go to all the subterfuge just to bring me here? I wanted to see if you would actually attempt to face the Lich. Call it a test of your courage, if you will. With most of my men imprisoned by the Lich, I've hardly anyone left to do what I require done. And I can't go asking just anybody, now can I? And just what do you require done? Well, you were about to deal with the Lich anyway, before he cast you into the plains. I simply need you to acquire something that he has in his possession. The wardstone for the House of Jalad? No. Even I know when to give up on a plan. My men come first. The Lich has numerous gems that contain the souls of my men, and I want them back. Whether you kill the Lich or not is up to you. Killing him would allow you to loot the tower, I suppose, but however you get those gems is of no concern to me. Once you gather up the gems, I will use the rope to pull you back into the headquarters here. Easy enough, yes? You're ready to go then? Wait a minute. What do I get out of all this? Oh, right. We're at the gesticulating helplessly part, aren't we? Visage, I thought I told you to remind me when we arrived at this point. My apologies, Commander. An oversight on my part. You're forgiven. As for you, dear friends, I think you will want to do this. You wouldn't want your true identity revealed, would you? Terri Coleman. And thus Jarlax plays his hand at the pivotal point. There's no need for such a glare, Terri. I'm confident you will acquire the gems, and such action will be unnecessary. And if you kill Direx, you have access to his tower. You could even take the Jalad Wardstone and pillage House Jalad if you wish. It's all good. I just want to make sure that you find those gems in a timely manner. How long would you say would be fair, Visage? An hour? An hour? Perhaps a day, Commander. We are in no rush. That's a little better, but still a day? Right, Terri won't need it, but just to be sure. You have 1 day, Terri, to get my gems. Make sure you hold on to the rope. You'll need it. See you then, and oh, give my warmest regards to the Lich. If by that you mean a sword, will do. And now, when we go in again, then we'll be fighting the Lich. We have 1 day to do this, otherwise Jarlax will reveal our identity to everyone, and we do not want that. So, let's get started. Considering we're going into this area, we can't summon anyone that can help us, so we'll just focus on all of the other buff spells instead. Starting with Stone Skin. Gotta make sure we have that cast. Then, I feel like we should resist fear. And we should also bless. Wait for this to go off. And then I feel like, why not Mirror Image? It's a decent spell. Then we shall cast a Protection from Evil, which I always lose here amongst all of the other symbols. There we go. Marvelous. Do you have anything else that we want to have cast on you? We could have Spell Immunity. Spell Immunity Abjuration seems pretty nice. Then we want a Death Ward on Terri. And then a Death Ward on Korgan. Where is a Death Ward? We do have more than one, I believe. Or maybe I only have one. I must have only had one prepared. Well, I'm sure we'll be fine. Chaotic Commands on Korgan might be pretty decent, though.
Yes, master. What should I
wait
fetch now?
a little longer. Then we shall cast a Improved Haste on... Actually, no, we don't need to do that. You have an item that will give you Improved Haste.
Yes.
And then we can cast Haste on everyone else normally. Or you could cast Improved Haste on Korgan. That might be a good idea. That's a brilliant idea, actually.
What is it
And
now?
then we will cast Haste on everyone else. Are we ready? Probably not. After all, this is a Lich, and Liches are quite dangerous. let us now save and get going with facing the Lich. If we're lucky, it'll be over really fast. Let's go in. Let us pause, and I feel like turning into the Slayer, because we want to deal with this Lich exceptionally quickly. Let us simulacrum here. We'll have you start attacking. We'll have you start attacking. You will start attacking.
Go bother
And I
someone
feel
else.
like casting... We'll wait for you to start getting some buff spells going. There we go.
I'm busy, okay? I'm busy.
Then we shall cast a Breach spell, followed by a Kelbun's Warding Whip. Now, where is Breach? Breach is here. Brilliant. Now, we have become, I believe, the Slayer, so let us now attack. In the depths of your being stirs a familiar evil, reaching out of the darkness. It offers power for a price. Do you accept and sacrifice part of yourself? I accept, despite the risks. Now, you may have heard that sound. Our reputation has decreased by 2, because we are now the Slayer. And we have all of the awesome powers that the Slayer has. And all of our buffs as well. We also now have something that says End Slayer Change. Remember, we take damage the longer we are the Slayer.
Have you nothing else to do but bother
Now,
me?
I feel like what we need to do now is cast a Kelbun's Warding Whip, just in case you cast any more buff spells on yourself. And now, we shall have you attack. We'll see what we can do. Also, there is you need to berserk. And actually, you need to berserk as well. We're not going to have too long before you, cast the death spell.
Mayhap I won't be needing to kill y'all anytime soon.
Corgan is now quite happy about the reputation situation. And we took a little bit of damage there because of the fact that time was paused, but we still had that countdown going on. Now let us just keep attacking here. A lot. You're casting that spell as quickly as you can, and that's the end of Dear X. Dear X is, I believe, yep, there's the experience. Dear X is gone. Let us quickly revert back to our human form, so that we do not keep taking damage. Our reputation has gone down to 12. That is a substantial reputation plummet, but all the damage that we dealt was worth it. And we'll be getting reputation back as time goes on. There are plenty of opportunities. Let us do some healing. That went remarkably well, considering that it was a Lich. That just goes to show how much power we have, especially when Edwin gets his spells off promptly. Spells that strip away the Lich's magical defenses. Let's grab the important things. First, we have the Jailart Wardstone. This is the wardstone that will allow you to access the House Jailart. Without the stone, the wards make the place impenetrable. And the Lich's Tooth. This is a tooth from the Drow Lich Dirix. The tooth acts as a key for many of the Lich's doors. It will also open his treasure vault at the top of his tower. Keep that in mind. Now let us loot this place. Unlike other places with this layout, this place has a lot of really good loot. The loot starts right here with this cupboard. You intrigue me, Drow. My kind are usually reviled, killed on sight, hated. Intrigue is not a typical reaction. Few things about me could be called typical. That much is abundantly obvious. Now let us go and have a look in here with Edwin. For in here are magical scrolls. We have a scroll of deafness, can't use it. We have a scroll of Wizard Eye, that is from the Forbidden School that Edwin cannot cast, and then there is Glitter Dust. We can't learn that either.
I'm busy.
But still, a nice pile of rewards. Now, let us go over to, you appear to be, stuck, it would seem. I only just realized that, you're stunned. We can deal with that. Hold on. Let's, save Dawn from that. We'll just need a, where is it, free action? That should do the trick. Hold still, Dawn. There we go. Now you can panic. And you're just going to, move over to there, and just keep running around until that fades.
very well.
Don't worry, Dawn. You were very awesome in that fight. You fought lots of things, you killed lots of things, and we're not going to tell anyone else anything different. Isn't that right, everyone? No laughing, Corgan. Now, there are more things to loot. One of these is trapped, and I think it's that one. It's also locked. And in here is some magical armor. Not too bad. Studded leather armor that Hexac can't identify. You can't identify it either. Looks like we'll be using those glasses. Armor of the Viper +5. This armor's namesake is a serpent only in mana, referring to the drow assassin Raro. Poison was his trademark, and when he discovered this suit's susceptibility to venom, he gifted it to Avalon, a promising novice assassin within his own guild. When Avalon's power eventually threatened his own, Raro easily dispatched him, thanks to the weakness of the armor he still wore. It is really good armor, apart from the penalty that you take to save versus death, making you susceptible to poison, and other such death effects. Let us now look here.
Yes, I see.
Into this cupboard that has quite a few spells in it. Remove Magic, which we already have a prepared in our spellbook, and Contagion, which we cannot learn.
Yes.
And finally, there's one more thing that we can open up. I don't think it's locked. Oh, it's locked and trapped, actually. I didn't think it was, either, but turns out I was wrong. Good thing I was thorough. Now, here are Dirix's gems.
What is
But
one
before we
thing?
grab those gems, we're going to grab the scrolls. There is a scroll of Melf's minute meteors, very handy. Limited Wish, and Spook. Spook is a level 1 spell and enables the wizard to play upon natural fears to cause the target creature to perceive the caster as someone or something inimical. I don't know that word. I'm going to have to look that up later. Which then appears to advance upon it in a threatening manner. If the creature does not make a successful saving throw versus spell, it turns and flees. Ooh. Interesting spell. Now let us grab the
I'm
thing
busy, okay, I'm busy.
that we need to grab, which is that pile of gems. The rope's magic kicks in.
Through destiny and might, we shall rule supreme.
And here you are once again, with gems in hand. Really, Terri Coleman, you have lived up to my expectations and then some. I'll take those gems, thank you. Ah, precious, aren't they? To think the J-Lot have squirreled away such beauty for a millennium. What do you figure they'll get on the market, Visage? A considerable amount, Commander. There are more than a few nobles who would pay dearly for the opportunity to vex the J-Lot, regardless of their worth. True enough. I wish I could be there to see the matron mother's face when she finds out we got our payment anyway. Wait a minute. I thought you said those gems contained the souls of your men. Would I risk my men against the Lich? I just wanted the payment I was due, as well as collecting the price of the matron mother's insult to the Brigand d'Arth. I have not only collected the soul gems of the matron who founded the J-Lard, but you killed their ally Dirix, a member of their own house. I think matters between the Brigand d'Arth and House J-Lard are pretty much even now. Wouldn't you agree, Terri Coleman? I think arguing with Jarlax here isn't really going to get us very far, so let's just get this over with and get back to Usnartha. Fine, you've gotten what you wanted. Now send us back. Ah, you are such a good sport, Terri, for a surface human. I do not know what you are doing in Usnatha, but I'll allow you your secret. Do as you wish, I cannot. I would like my rope back now, so I shall relieve you of it. A bit of gold, my friend, for your trouble. As for what you choose to make of your encounter with me, that is up to you. You may choose to be bitter, or you can take advantage of your situation. Direx is dead. Loot his tower before the mages of Sorcerer close it up with magic. You can use the Jailart Wardstone to enter and loot their house as well. If you do, I will ensure that the Jailart cannot alert the rest of the city, and if you kill the matron and ruin her house forever, it would serve her right. Typical of you, rogue, to manipulate and deceive as a matter of course. Terri has defeated more horrid foes than you. We shall have our revenge. No, I'm afraid that you won't. Frustrating, isn't it? Best that you just forget about me, or you'll just end up getting apoplexy. Time for you to return to Usnatha, then. You've been quite a good sport, Terri Coleman. Perhaps we shall meet again. And we are put back right here. First things first, we are going to go into this area. The Lich's Tooth lowers all of the magical wards. You may enter the room. This is the Lich's personal loot pile, and it is quite a good loot pile. When everybody is in the right place. Let's see if we can get in. There we go, we are in. And what is here but a pool that we can loot? And what's in the pool? 1,128 gold, a rogue stone, 2 king's tears, 3 moonbar gems, 5 pearls, a bunch of random, well, not so random, but miscellaneous magical items that Edwin will identify, a ruby ray of reversal scroll, a Kako fiend scroll, and this crossbow that is the crossbow of affliction +4. A devastating weapon. This crossbow unfortunately draws its power directly from the wielder. Some bowmen have used it regardless, and many to great effect, but the drawbacks must be carefully considered. Its most famous owner, Gwyl de Leon, made good use of it fighting bandits in remote areas of Faerun, but he ultimately fell when he lacked the strength to defend against a rare assailant that got within striking distance. It is a +4 crossbow, and a pretty good one, but it reduces your strength by 2 when you have it equipped, and that is quite a hefty drawback. Then we have a spear +3, that's pretty nice. We have a short sword +2, also pretty nice. A two-handed sword +2, also pretty nice. Let us dump these things in here. We're going to be selling all of these, and all of these in here. We're probably not going to be selling all of these. Then we have a Wand of Magic Missiles with 10 charges, and a Wand of Frost with 10 charges. Let's put these in here. Do I want that? I probably want that there. I don't want this on my person right now. All this. They can go into the bag of holding. There we go.
Yes.
That's not all that's in here, though. There's more. There's also this ring. And you may think, ooh, that's a pretty unique design for a ring. It's probably really good. Edwin can't identify it. That makes you think one of two things. Either it's really good, or it's cursed. It's the Ring of Clumsiness, the Jester's Folly. The most notorious owner of this ring made a substantial living exploiting its cursed nature. Gregoria the Fool, a jester by trade, would use his incomparable sleight of hand to switch this ring with that of a patsy taken from his audience. The rest of his performance would involve the mocking of the newly clumsy individual, much to the delight of their comrades. The ring was removed, by a method only known to the wily jester, only once the stooge had promised no reprisals for the treatment he had received, though Gregoria frequently still had to make a hasty retreat. His last known performance was rumoured to have been an ill-humoured mage in Zentil Keep, a show from which he did not flee quite fast enough. You can never flee fast enough from a wizard. Equipped abilities: Dexterity, -50%. Stealth, -50%. 75% chance of spellcasting failure. May only be removed with a remove curse spell. This thing we're never really going to be using, so that goes into the
What do
bag,
you want, groundling?
and we will forget about that. Actually, I'll probably sell it. Finally, there's one more place that we can go and check out, and that is this area here. And you know what?
Really use some rest.
Why don't we go and check it out? We'll just pop in and see what's going on. Oh, it's actually,
If you say so.
that area there. So, this is, House J-Lot there. Okay, that is where we need to go. And so, when we come back, folks, we will go and check out House J-Lot and loot there. And then we'll go do one more thing in Usnartha before we head back out to the main cavern area. I thought that would lead to the place I wanted to go to. Silly me. We actually want to go to over here. Hopefully there's good loot in here, and hopefully we can get that loot even though we've used quite a few of our spells. Fingers crossed. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.